What's going on, guys? Introverted Intellect with Johnny Raxa. Today we're going to be talking about being yourself, but to what expense? Or at what expense? I don't know how to say that. Anyway, stay tuned. Introverted Intellect, helping you overcome shyness, social anxiety, depression, and utilizing the power of being an introvert.
Welcome to
Introverted Intellect,
a podcast for introverts.
So this lady comes in, this young lady comes into the bus, and she's playing. She has this little boombox around her neck. Hanging from her neck's a little boombox. And then, mind you, this boombox is like as big as maybe two of my arms, like both of my arms, both my arms put together, like so, like across my arms. It's about as big as that. And it's thumping, right? It's thumping this rap music, right? She comes in all cool. She's kind of hefty lady, little, she's young though. She's a young, hefty lady, and her mom's like, a few people behind her. She didn't care about her mom. She's like, I'm gonna come inside this bus and sit in the back with my boombox. She has it around her neck, and she's just nodding her head. She walks by, and I guess this is a thing now. Like, people just play music out of nowhere. Mind you, I actually do enjoy it because I love hip hop and rap music. So hey, I'm just like jamming out, whatever. Like, if they're playing music, I'm like, all right, cool. Bring the party with you. Everywhere you go, it's gonna be a little party. If I like stand behind you and start dancing, I have reason to do that. Like, I could do that. You're the one playing the music. If people are gonna be dancing around you, it's okay. Anyways, back to my story. She's playing this music. People are just getting uncomfortable though. Like, I can understand that. I mean, in the end, in the grand scheme of things, she's not worrying about other people. She's making a statement here, right? People who do that make a statement. They're saying this. They're saying, hey, I don't care about you. I love my music, and I'll play it for the world. Plus, I have theme music. Theme music, guys. Theme music. Just think about that. You walk into a room, you walk into a bus with some theme music playing, and that theme music is hanging around your neck in a boombox. And it's supposed to be it's supposed to become some kind of statement like, hey, I'm a badass, and I don't care about the world. I play my music whenever I want, wherever I want, even if it's on a crowded bus like I am now, taking up 2 seats because I'm so big and hefty. No, I'm just playing. Like, she seemed like a cool. I mean, if I told her, hey, I like your music, or I don't know, if I said something, I mean, I think we can be friends. That girl and I think we can probably be friends. But what bothered me, I think, the most was the fact that she kind of just left her grandma or mom behind, and it was kind of embarrassing to her. I think she didn't want to be embarrassed by her, like she's hanging out with her elders or something. Because eventually she got up and sat towards the front, not towards the front, but like on a single seat, and left her mom or someone behind. And the mom didn't even tell her to stop. I don't know if she couldn't or could not. I don't know. Regardless, man, this music was thumping. It was a nice speaker though. I loved it. I was trying to listen to podcasts though, but of course, she was playing that music, so I had to kind of pause it and just kind of jam out to her stuff. Whatever, selfish. No, I'm just kidding. I think that I think this trend, this fad, is kind of ridiculous. As much as I don't mind it, I don't think it just makes people feel awkward. You don't know what other people are thinking. For me, I'm thinking, what are other people thinking about her right now? What are other people thinking in their minds about that music? Because some people just hate rap music. What if that same girl came in with some country music? Would things change then? Does it have to be distinctly hip hop? Does hip hop make people feel tense? Because it does for me, in a way. Not always, depending on the song, right? If I'm listening to some Eminem, it's gonna be tense. It's gonna be real tense up in here. But if I'm listening to an Eminem song back in the day when he was messing around, not so much tense. If I'm listening to some Kanye, yeah, it might be some intensity. If I'm listening to Kanye 2006, might be a little different. If I'm listening to rave music versus hip hop, a little different. all these emotional things, emotional music change your emotions. And what she was playing was more of like I'm a cool girl, probably in high school. If I'm not in high school, if she wasn't in high school, that'd be the saddest thing. Like, what happened to her? What's going on? Why is she the way she is? You have the questions that go on in your mind. Like, but I'm pretty sure she was in high school. Some high school girl walking around with a little boombox, playing her music, even though it's distracting everybody, maybe in their conversations, whatnot. Regardless, look at this. Think about this. If you ever encountered somebody who is playing their music, you could make your own statement by moving. You could move, right? It's just kind of inconvenience that she's got to be the one that takes up the environment, right? The atmosphere. And being that introvert that you are, you just want to kind of shut yourself off, because it is kind of a threat, because it's going away from the status quo of this environment, that's peaceful environment that you're around. And I get that a lot in SF. See, the thing is, I live in San Francisco, right? And San Francisco, oh my goodness, is notoriously known, infamous for these. I mean, any city that you're in, sorry, I take that back. Any city, any big city that you're in, going through a bus, you're almost guaranteed you're going to be in this situation where, you're going to get uncomfortable. You're going to get in that fight or flight mode. Somebody's going to say something. Some weird guy's going to get on the bus and start yelling. That's what happened to me the other day, about a couple of weeks ago. There's somebody who started commenting and yelling in the bus, and it was just so awkward, and everybody just kind of keeps to themselves for the most part. They keep themselves. It's a beautiful thing to me when most people in this world want to remain peaceful and that status quo. They want to be left alone for the most part. I'm open to the conversation by all means, but when it comes to coming back from work or going to work, and just overall, I'm not there to conversate with you. I'm not there to want to start a conversation. If you want to talk to me, I'm more than willing, if you do it in a peaceful manner and you're not talking about being racist to me or being obnoxious, shoot, I'm fine. I'll talk about anything, right? But I don't know. It's not just a thing with introverts. It's not just a thing with introverts. It's a thing with anybody, even extroverts. They have I'm not trying to say just, you see, the thing is, I'm telling you now to be yourself, right? Be yourself, but not at the expense of other people's discomfort. Does it make it uncomfortable? Are you making somebody uncomfortable by playing your music so loud that the world can hear it? And you're trying to be a human jukebox somehow? Is that making people uncomfortable? Is it disturbing the peace somehow? You can disturb the peace in your own way when it's necessary. Maybe at a protest, maybe at a club. No, not at a club. That would be horrible. Disturbing the peace there, man. We all know what happens disturbing the peace in clubs. Get shot at or something. My throat is itchy today or something. Hope I'm not getting sick. Basically, in the end, I want to conclude by saying that, I kind of just went everywhere with this podcast. I think what I'm trying to say is that to be yourself, even in the midst of being weird, has its limits. It's just that it's very, very selfish, especially in our modern day age. It's for instance, Logan Paul disturbing the peace at the expense of other people's discomfort. Him being the way he is so utterly selfish. He went to Japan and just was just mocking the culture, basically. He makes pranks on random people, pisses people off. At the end of the day, that is just, it's so selfish. It's let me enjoy my. Logan Paul's basically doing this. He's basically saying, hey, I am more important than you because I want to have fun at your discomfort. I want to make you pissed off for my own gain, for my own views. just think of how selfish that is. I really don't like this movement that's going on with Logan Paul, Jake Paul. It really annoys me, and I can see why people don't like them. And any of these pranks that go on and on YouTube, like most of them are fake, which is good for, it's good. That's good that it's fake. I really don't want to know that there actually are people out there doing the stuff that are being done. Some of them aren't fake, and that annoys me because, if that happened to me, oh my gosh, I would be slamming faces to the ground. It would piss me off. Like, just don't do that. Well, I wouldn't slam people. I wouldn't hurt anybody. But let's just say that the police are gonna be coming, all right? The police are coming, guys. The Popo 911. Oh, my timer's off. They're coming, all right? Anyways, I want to leave you guys with this: be yourselves. And one thing for sure too is that I am oftentimes a weirdo with my friends, and even doing this podcast is kind of different for me, right? But don't let other people judge you in that way. Like, I know people who are listening right now could be people I know, and it's kind of making me have this kind of anxiety. Like, oh shoot, what are these people? These people know me, and I'm starting this podcast. What do they think? Do they think I'm trying to be famous? No, I don't care. It doesn't matter what they think. I want to do this for other people. But if I'm doing something at the expense of other people's discomfort, or doing something just, it's obviously making other people just kind of weirded out and not feel right, then I have to stop that. And it goes without saying, right? It's just humankind. It's humanity, it's human kindness. It's being human. It's living with other people in this world. With that said, I am Johnny Raxa with the Introverted Intellect, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
You make it. You can handle your own faults, but I know that you know